Campers. Okay, guests that stay for a long time.
Very succinct and correct.
Yes.
And who loves campers?
Nobody.
Nobody! Welcome to the Modern Waiter Podcast. I'm Marlon Joseph, the Modern Waiter, where we discuss all things restaurant business. Learn something. Laugh at something. On today's episode, we delve into the fascinating world of restaurant terminology. This podcast is your gateway to mastering the lingo of restaurants. We will uncover the secret language that fuels the hospitality industry. But first, the intro.
Tired of working deadbeat jobs for lame pay. I'm tired of getting fired and hired the same day. If you know the rules of the game, then you'll stay.
As usual, I'm joined by my good friend Danny DeVilla.
What's up, people?
The restaurant industry has its own lexicon, and I want to talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Let's decode some of the things. Some of it is really simple, and it makes sense.
Yeah.
And you'll get it just from hearing it. Mm-hmm. Because I feel like a lot of the restaurant lingo has seeped into regular society as well.
In places, yeah.
Because I hear guests saying, two top, one top, that kind of thing. And I kind of look at them. So it's very, and I've also heard hosts refer to restaurant terminology to guests. I'm like, when are they supposed to know that?
They have no idea.
They have no idea. Or they say, oh, I'll put you at table so-and-so. They're like, they don't know what table that is.
They have no idea.
No clue.
But it's all good.
Yeah. So I'm not saying that this is the ultimate guide.
But this is definitely, I'm sure it'll be.
It's comprehensive.
Yeah.
But the ultimate, there's so many terms that I would say kitchen people use that we don't as servers or management uses.
And they could probably change where you're at in the country or in the world.
True.
You know what I mean?
There are a few on this list that I don't use.
Okay.
But let's just go through it.
That sounds good.
All right, we're doing 86th.
Oh, how are you gonna start with that one?
You gotta start with
gotta start with
the numbers.
Yeah.
Now, what's the 86?
Means you're out of something.
You're out of it.
Yeah.
We ain't got no
We
more.
ain't got it. It's gone.
Knowing that if something is 86,
Means you're out of it.
Means that we are out of it. Now, some of these terms are kitchen terms. This is a kitchen term. All day.
Okay. No, but I know that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talk to me.
So when you're on the line, let's say you're talking to the chef or all the line cooks, and you're the chef talking to the line cooks.
Yes.
And you're calling out food, and you be like, I got 8 pastas all day. I got this all day. You're just giving them a head count of what's on the board in front of them, so they know they can start prepping all those things.
Yes. It's a running total as things come in. Mm-hmm. So at the time of when he calls that out, the all day is going to say how many of this are on the board.
Yeah. So you can start working towards getting them ready.
Yeah, you want to know.
Nobody expects you to have 8 pastas, eight pans moving at the same time, but at least you know what you got working over there.
True. That's the horizon.
Yeah.
Now this one I don't know. BD, business decline.
Oh, I didn't know that.
When the rush is over, and
it makes
staff
sense.
Working on their side duties.
Yeah.
So that's like, but to me, it's just
sounds like a management term.
It does. It sounds very much like a management term. And it also sounds less of a restaurant term and more of a
business term almost.
Like the retail. It sounds like a retail term, business decline. Mm-hmm. It's just like when it gets slow.
Exactly.
Yeah, when it slows down, you start doing your side work.
And slow down is a word. I mean, they don't say that in other businesses.
Probably just retail. Retail and the service and the restaurant industry are very, very close together. Mm-hmm. They do cuts, which we'll talk about later, and things like that. So the business decline, I'm sure. I mean, you can let us know. If you enjoy the show, give us a like, and you can always reach out to me at themodernwaiter@gmail.com. Not at the Modern Waiter. themodernwaiter@gmail.com or at the Modern Waiter Podcast on Instagram.
Boom.
And reach out to me and let me know if anything on this list that we have missed.
Yeah.
And if you do enjoy the show, give us a like or pass it on to a friend. Tell them that you listen to the Modern Waiter Podcast and it was pretty cool. Behind.
Yes.
This is one of the most obnoxious terms that people use in
a restaurant.
Yeah.
But it's almost, it needs to be done, but at the same time, it's annoying.
It's overdone.
It's overdone.
I say behind from in front.
Yeah.
I don't have an in front. I don't have a beside. I just say behind.
Behind is really meant for if you know that person can't see you and you're about to walk right by them, you're just telling them you're behind them.
Oh, you don't want them to back up on you.
Exactly.
You know, and you ever at a store and you tell people behind?
No, actually, I
do
don't.
it all the time.
Do you?
Yes.
you seep our lingo into the real world?
Big time, man. You're at the grocery store and somebody's just angling and I'm coming in hot. And that's another one coming in hot.
I use stiff arms. I even use stiff arm in the restaurant. I don't say nothing. I just.
You can't be touching people.
Yeah, the stiff arms. I don't. If they're moving into my hand, I don't touch them. Like.
Okay.
It's more of this is my boundary where you can't be at.
Got you.
Yes.
I do that when I have a tray of drinks.
Yes.
And
I'm so used to doing it. Exactly.
Yeah, I'm protecting the drink like a football, like a running back.
Yes.
And I am coming through. And I do that as I'm exiting the bar because I don't want anybody to back up into my...
Exactly.
Yeah, because they'll do a wild move. I mean, they're just having fun.
Exactly.
And I'm trying to work here. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to protect my drinks, mostly because it is a pain, not just to clean it up, but to get all that stuff remade.
Yes.
Yeah, re-ring it.
Now,
you got to comp it.
Now you've slowed it down. The whole process. It's a pain in the butt.
It's a pain in the butt.
Yeah.
So behind and... Did you ever work with Alex G?
Yeah.
He would say behind like nobody's behind.
You know who says behind all the time? It's
Who?
Jamie. It drives me crazy lately.
Yeah?
Yeah, all the time.
Does he say it all
loud? Yeah.
So keep on screaming the behind. You just want to stab him in the neck with your pen. It's like, stop it.
But I know you're there.
I'm right next to you.
That's my eardrum you just yelled at.
What about a bev nap?
What about it?
Beverage napkin.
Okay.
Bev nap.
Oh, I didn't know.
We're doing terms here. Bring it on back. Bring it on back, big guy. Bring it on back. We're doing restaurant terms here.
Okay. Well, that's almost like self-explanatory.
You're thinking it's after you had some drinks and you take a nap.
Yeah.
Thusly passing out. No. It's that small square napkin.
Yes, that you put down to let people know either that you were there or to signal that.
Do you guys still have bev naps or are you just on coasters?
We have both.
Yeah, both.
Yeah.
Okay.
They try to use bev naps inside and coasters outside.
Okay.
I use coasters everywhere.
Listen, bev naps in South Florida.
It's hard.
It's hard.
Yeah.
Because there's a big indoor-outdoor component.
Absolutely.
And even your indoor is windy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It can blow. It blows away right away.
And then the sweat of the glass, the condensation, craps all over the bev nap.
Oh, yeah.
So you're constantly, especially if it's not a sturdy one.
Yeah, you're redoing them all the time anyways.
Listen, if you got them bev nap lights, the light cheapies.
Yeah. That blow away in the wind just like that.
And once you get them on the table and you put the drink down, it's getting sweated through immediately. So now it has the tear from the glass. It's like a 5-minute use bev nap.
Yeah.
It looks great. But it's for a dry, cool day.
Yes.
It's not for a hot,
it is not
humid
for
day.
A normal day in Florida.
No. You need the coasters. And not those chintzy coasters either.
No.
The
a little bit of weight on them.
Yes.
Yeah.
The thickums.
Yeah.
And that.
Even them on a sweaty day will get watered through, but it doesn't look bad on the table.
It doesn't look bad on the table.
Absolutely.
Correct. BOH.
Back of the house.
Let's do BOH for FOH. Let's just get them out both out the way.
Back of the house, front of the house.
Back of the house it's easy. You know, front of the house, bar, host, servers, back of the house, everything kitchen, dish
runners,
area,
your dish, all that stuff.
True. Different schedules, different mentality.
Yep.
You know,
hourly versus. I mean, we're hourly, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Hourly versus tipped.
Strictly hourly versus...
Hourly versus tipped.
Yes. Get paid different, too.
Yep.
And now this one, to remove an order from the cook screen once it's made, bump it.
Okay.
I've never used it.
I mean, cook screen like McDonald's?
I'm assuming so.
Where they do... I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah.
It makes perfect sense. And you know what's funny? So we got a new system. Okay. And we're going to do a show about that, but not this week.
Okay.
But... we have that screen now, and I go, we got the McDonald's screen.
Now you can bump it.
Yeah.
On to the campers.
Campers. Okay, guests that stay for a long time.
Very succinct and correct.
Yes.
And who loves campers?
Nobody.
No one likes the campers. Let me tell you something. People think that the way to hurt, you don't want to get back at your server. I'm going to tell you, we did a show on petty getbacks, but this is just one way. This is the servers getting back at the guest. You want to get back at your server. Bad tips don't hurt. We get them all the time.
Yeah.
Just say.
A bad tip plus staying. That hurts.
Well, you about to get an ass book. Just tip them, but stay. Oh, that hurts.
Yeah.
That burns. You see, looking at it, they're still here.
They're still here.
You still here?
They paid me already?
Yes.
Why are they still here?
Why are you here?
Why are you here?
Yes.
What are you waiting for?
No one likes the campers. You need to pay rent at that point.
And the worst is, let's say you were lunch, right? And you got your table to pay. And you sneak out, right?
Yeah.
And then you find out the next day that table stayed for like 2 more hours or something like that, and just with a couple of drinks.
Yep.
You almost feel bad for the server.
You almost. What about the chit? Do you use the chit?
What the hell's the chit?
I use chit all the time.
What's that? Is that a word?
Yeah, it's the thing that prints up out of the POS, the chit, like the order that comes into the kitchen.
Oh, okay.
Or to the bar.
Okay.
I use chit all the time.
I didn't know what that was.
It's an individual order from the POS according to this definition.
Okay.
But like you put an order into the bar.
Yeah.
That's the chit.
Oh, okay. The sound it makes, man?
No, it's the damn paper. It's
I know
the
what
order.
you mean. Yeah.
Clopin.
Yes. Close open. I do them all the time. They
Yes,
suck.
you
My
do.
life sucks. No,
You chose that life.
I do. A close open, when you close the restaurant and then you open it the next day.
That's a rough one.
That is my weekend.
That's a rough one.
I do 2 of them back to back.
Well, I do it on Saturday, Sunday. I do brunch, but it's not really a true clopin because brunch is a little bit later than
It's earlier than you normally open.
It's earlier than we normally open. That is true. Yeah, we do.
That's
I do
a clopin at your
every,
restaurant.
every year, but it's not a late. It's not a late one.
No,
it's not
well,
a late, it's
you're
not
not
a late
late.
close.
Yeah, see, I do it. My show's pretty long.
Clopins, you almost could just stay in your car.
You could, yeah.
You could
I've
stay at
had
the
days
restaurant.
like that.
Oh, you haven't.
Yeah, now
you
where I've
haven't.
stayed in my car, but I'm saying
Okay.
where I almost should have stayed in my car.
Yeah, you're like, see you in a couple hours.
Yeah, or leave it like 1. I remember leaving when we first started doing breakfast,
Mm-hmm.
and I was an idiot and decided to be the opener. I would leave at 1 o'clock,
Yeah.
almost 2, and have to be back at 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a true clopin.
That's a true clopin.
Okay. Now I'm back in by 8:39, but it's still a long, after working a 14-hour shift on
True.
Saturday and then coming back and work, and not leaving until midnight, and then still having to be back pretty early in the morning.
I have done clopins where I'm putting away stuff. I'm like, I'm going to be here in a
the
couple
morning.
hours.
Exactly.
Why do I even need to do this?
There's no point.
There's no point. I'll be doing the opposite
In the morning.
real soon.
Yep.
Let's do, well, we did behind. This is very similar. Coming in hot.
Yeah.
Coming in hot.
Yeah.
That's when you're coming through the kitchen.
Well, and that's more of a, I almost feel like it's like a food runner thing where, you got a whole tray of dishes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're coming in hot, you're going out hot. It is what it is.
Hot food.
Yeah, hot food. Okay.
It's both literally and figuratively. Yes. Yeah. It's like coming in hot.
Yeah.
Get out my way.
Or you got a big old bus tub of the dirty dishes. You're coming in hot. Okay. And that's just heavy.
It's heavy.
Anything that's heavy and hot or heavy in general, like more than a tray of glasses. If you're moving along, you're not behind anymore.
And
You're
a lot
hot.
of times, I stack my plates as sturdy as possible. I take my time out on the floor.
Yeah.
And there's some people who are teetering.
Yeah.
All the time.
All the time.
So they're coming in hot because
There's
glasses that are.
It's a pyramid. Yeah, but it's a sideways pyramid. It's leaning. It's the leaning Tower of Pisa over there.
It does not look good.
Holding on by a thread.
By a thread. It's like, get out the way. You about to get spilled on.
If I maneuver the wrong way, this entire thing's falling.
If I have to move suddenly,
It's over.
The whole Jenga puzzle coming down.
It's over.
No bueno. Comp.
Okay, means
We
you comp
love
the
it.
check.
We love it when we get it. We hate to give it out.
Yeah. Something on the check got comped, or you're comping something, or
Giving something away for free.
Yeah.
Yeah. And corner. That's another one that's obnoxious.
Corner is just the same. Is almost right there with behind.
Right there with behind.
Yeah. You're coming around the corner that you can't see, so they know you're there.
Yes. I use corner all the time.
Corner makes more sense than. I mean, it doesn't. They both make sense, but you know what I mean. Corner is is a more feasible something that needs to be said loudly, because if you come around the corner hot
Yeah.
and you don't hear it, you could crash with that same plate of dishes that you're talking about.
Yes.
You know, or I could come out with it could be the double. I could have a tray full of drinks and you can have a plate full of dishes and we could just boom. Okay, so corner's important.
Yeah. I don't have a lot of blind corners at
No,
my
and
place.
you try not to. And if you do, even if you do, you try to hit the corner wide enough to where if you have time for repercussions.
True.
Yeah. Because I like to be able to see everything as I'm hitting the corners.
Server's favorite word, cut.
Yes.
Cut.
Time to go.
Time to go.
It's time to go.
So
it's time to do your side work, finish up your tables, and get the hell out the dough.
So what is it technically?
A cut is being finished before the end of technical business.
Okay, so as business declines,
Yes. Boom.
The BD.
As the BD happens.
As the BD happens.
You need less and less staff on.
True.
So that is how cuts happen. So
you cut down your staff.
Yeah, you cut down according to business.
Love it. Double. We talked about that.
Doubles are 2 shifts in one day. Or doubles are pretty much, yes. If you work a lunch and a dinner or a breakfast and a lunch, no matter, or however you want to call it.
Yes.
It's just the 2 shifts back to back in one day.
Now there's one that's similar to a double that we're going to talk about a little bit later on. To drop.
Like dropping off food?
It means to start cooking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you start cooking something, and you could drop something.
Yeah.
You could drop it off to a table. Same thing.
Okay.
But start the food, or
Gotcha.
drop this at this table. That's more, literal.
Yeah. Did you drop the mahi? Did you do this? Yes. That makes sense, actually. Yeah.
Yes.
I do use that terminology.
Another thing that servers prey on is dead plate.
Yes.
Talk to me.
Oh, man. So the dead plate is something that's been sitting in the window. Okay. And it
can't be sold.
It can't be sold.
Yeah.
So it's just sitting there, it's warm.
Staring at you.
It's staring at you.
Looking at.
What are you going to do with it? Okay. We're going to eat that.
First, the hierarchy is the chef has to not want to do something with it.
Yeah. First of all, usually what happens is you order something and it doesn't have something on it, and then it goes to the table and they're like, no, we had this, or it was supposed to not have this. So it just rang in wrong. And then
there could be any number of reasons why.
And then you can't, and then it doesn't get sold in the lot in maybe 10 more minutes. Now it's a dead plate.
Yeah.
Because it could have been sold originally if it came right back in, or if you had another order with the same thing on it. Yes, it can be sold right away. This way you're not losing money.
Yeah.
But at the same time, after a certain amount of time, you can't send things out of the kitchen because it's dead.
Yeah.
So that's why it's called the dead plate.
Yo, we feast on it.
Love it.
Yo, we're like the vultures of the restaurant. We will clean that up.
For sure. The scavengers are in there, yo.
Yes. Now, a deuce.
A deuce is a 2-top.
A deuce is a 2-top. Pretty self-explanatory. Dine and dash.
Dine and dash means just like gas and go back in the day before there was things.
Oh, I never heard that. Gas and go.
So a dine and dash is the same as that, where you order something or you get something and then you leave without paying.
True. Douse it.
Douse it. Oh, I know what it means.
Yeah.
I haven't heard in a long time.
When a customer requests to have their dish covered in extra sauce.
Yeah.
Yes. Douse it. Drop the
Is
check.
that old school? That's
I don't know.
Reminds me of like an 80s term.
Douse that shit, baby. Drop the check.
Drop the check. Oh, dropping the check.
Pretty self-explanatory. Dupe.
Oh, duplicate check. Or
Okay.
duplicate something.
It's the chef knows. So a lot of times the chef the checks
Or put on both
for the
sides.
kitchen comes with a duplicate copy.
Yeah.
Let's say.
So remember like back in the day of the diners, when you have the paper and you used to write it on there? On the back side, that one is a duplicate for the kitchen.
Yeah, so what's that thing called? Where you could print, where you could write on one side and then it shows up on the other side.
Yeah.
What's that called? We used to have that all the time, and some old school books would have that piece of carbon paper.
Carbon paper, yeah.
Oh my gosh! When's the last time you saw or used carbon paper? I haven't used carbon paper since.
Some of the books still have them, like some of the old school, like not old school, but some style of books still have them. But I haven't used that in a while. I haven't used paper in a while too. So I mean,
Hilarious. Hilarious. All right, let's expo.
Expo is the person on the line who's calling out that food that we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, it's a person that
Controlling the window.
that controls the window and puts everything together.
Yeah.
So all the trays or orders that go out, is controlled by the expo.
Yeah.
If you don't have an expo, you got problems.
You do.
So most likely...
Now, in certain restaurants, you can have a standalone expo that you just pay. I mean, or it could be your chef, or it can be your sous chef, and usually somebody in control who can command the line pretty well.
It's a position.
Yeah.
It's a position. So it could be done by the food runner who is, but either...
But you want to be able to make sure your food runner can be able to run his food. You want that initially. But yes, an expo can be a food runner too.
Okay, you're right. An expo can't be a food runner because he needs to be on the line. But I was talking about the person, if you have two food runners, one will act as an expo,
yeah, one's an
one will
expo, exactly.
actually run the food. Now, FIFO, FIFO.
First in, first out.
First in, first out, or?
What is it?
Full hands in, full hands out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's talk about that one.
That's a restaurant theme that, restaurant does all the time is coconuts.
Okay.
Full hands in, full hands out. You can't come into the kitchen unless you have full hands. You can't leave without something in your hands.
Can't or not supposed to?
Not supposed to.
Okay. It's just to maximize efficiency.
Yeah.
If you're going to be going there anyways,
you should be the most efficient that you can be.
Yes. So there's always something to be pre-bus, always
Yes.
something to be taken back to the kitchen, always something to be taken out. So you're making sure that you have somebody to run food on their way out, or somebody to pre-bus or bus on their way in. Now the first in, first out refers to how inventory is rotated. So when you're
Moving bottles around. This way, like if stuff is already in the fridge, you move it forward, you put the warm stuff behind it, so it's already cold. It's the first, they've already been there already, so it's kind of first in, first out.
First in, first out, because you're really tracking expiration dates.
Yes, absolutely.
So you want the ones with the longest expiration date, not the longest, but the nearest expiration date.
In the front.
In the front.
So you can get rid of it.
Yes. That
You want
was the
it to
first
be
one
fresh.
in. You want that first one out.
Yeah.
So whether it's sauces, meats, all that stuff,
You're moving it forward.
you're moving it forward. Fire it.
Fire it. Oh, you sent your food.
No, well, the fire system's different than just sending the food. You're given the command to actually
start cooking.
working
Yes.
on it. Yes, that's fire it. Family meal.
Family meal or family style?
Family meal.
Plates that you can share with other people.
That's family style.
Okay.
Family meal is some restaurants they.
Oh, okay, yeah. At the end of the night, you enjoy like a meal.
And the beginning.
Same.
I guess it depends on when. Yeah, it doesn't matter beginning or end. They all eat together. Like what we used to do back
in the day.
They put out a tray of arroz con pollo or whatever, mac and cheese,
or
and
whatever's
things like that.
whatever creation that my chef made for us.
Yes.
A big old thing for him. We eat it family style.
Yeah. You everybody gets to partake. Flash. When a particular meat is undercooked, the chef might flash it in the oven to raise the temperature slightly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you could fry something.
Yeah.
You could flash it in the oven, flash it in the saute pan, blah,
Gotcha.
blah, blah. Heard. It's an echo back.
Yeah.
It's almost
Unless
like,
you know that we understood what you said.
Yes. Some chefs require yes, chef.
Yeah.
Some require heard. Heard is very basic.
Especially when you're busy. You're like...
You want to know that you want an acknowledgement of what you just commanded.
Like if I just said 8 pastas all day, the next thing out of your mouth should be heard.
Yes.
Or yes, chef.
Yes. Correct. Hockey puck.
Super well done burger.
The man said super well done burger. Enough said. What about when you're in the weeds?
In the weeds is when people...
Oh, never you. Never you.
In the weeds is when you are knee deep into service and you're a little overwhelmed, or you might not even be overwhelmed, but you have no seconds to breathe. Okay, you are moving at a pace and you're a little behind too.
Yeah.
You're behind and you have no time to get caught up.
You're drowning. That's another one, drowning.
Yeah.
And it's not just when you're busy. It's when you're teetering for sure.
Sure, yeah. Because you might
word.
not be busy. You might not technically be busy. You might have 2 tables, and somebody could put you in the weeds.
You could be in the weeds with 2 tables.
Yeah, because it could be as simple as a guest overwhelming you with too much information or being in one place too long.
Too many requests.
Something
Too many steps to make this service item happen.
To make everything move the way it should move.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And That's a terrible feeling.
Oh, it's the
That's
worst.
what bad dreams are made of.
Yeah, recently I have more being in the weeds dreams than actually being in the weeds ever.
My restaurant dream nightmares are usually
When you can't get caught up.
no.
Really?
I don't get into weeds. I don't.
You
get
don't?
into
I
weeds
have the
ones.
weeds dreams.
I get.
And they're the
I get
worst. I wake up in hot sweats in them.
I forgot a table dreams.
Well, that's almost a part of the weeds.
No,
you forget
it's
the
not
table
that
and
I'm busy.
And then
I'm
it's
just-
like a cascading effect.
Those are my dreams, man.
Okay.
I get them. I'm just. I forget a table. I don't know my section, or it's real spread out. You know, I'm a lot of times in my nightmares, I'm new.
Oh,
I'm new, and I'm messing up. I'm not training right.
Yeah.
I'm not getting it. Terrible. What about when a restaurant's jumping?
when it's busy.
It's busy. Kill it. Hockey puck.
Okay. Oh, same.
Yeah, overcook something.
Yeah.
Just kill it. Last call, we all know. That's
Universal.
That's universal.
I mean, and even if you don't work in a restaurant, you know when last call is.
That's true.
There's songs about it.
Yes. Yo, your bartender is telling you,
Yeah.
wrap
It's
it
time
up,
to go.
B.
Wrap it up, B.
It's time to go. What about a mid?
A mid, so that's usually for like managers. It can be for servers as well.
Mm-hmm.
But a mid shift is the shift in between the two shifts. So if you're opening manager and you're the closing manager, you might have a mid. At busy restaurants, you usually have a mid shift that kind of helps them with the overflow on both sides.
Yeah. And I mean, it could be for servers as well.
It can be.
It could be for back of the house.
It can be anywhere, but I mean,
Yeah.
the easiest is like a manager yes, it can be anywhere. You're right. It is for volume only.
Yes.
Mids are there for volume.
Well said. And what's volume?
Volume is when you're busy.
When it's not the BD.
It's when
The
we're
business incline.
It's when we're in the what was the one 2 word before in the
Oh, boy.
it being with an S. What was it? It
We
was,
haven't gotten to the S yet.
It was something we just said.
Weeds jumping. When we're jumping.
Jumping, yes.
Yes, when we're jumping, we have a mid.
Yep.
Good callback. What about mise en place?
I don't even know what that is.
It's a French term.
Okay.
It literally means everything in its place.
Okay.
But it's basically, you ever watch Martha Stewart or what's that other lady's name? You see a cooking show. They
Rachel
do a
Ray?
mise en place
Okay.
a lot. So they put all the ingredients in the little souffle cups,
Oh, yeah,
all measured out.
Uh-huh.
And it could be for a server.
Mm-hmm.
If you're in a particular station, you're gonna have your marking tray
Mm-hmm.
and things like that. The mise en place just gets you organized so everything can be
Can't just hit the way it should.
efficient.
Okay.
Yes. Monkey dish.
Monkey dish is usually for sauces.
Yeah, it's a small souffle
Mm-hmm.
cup, I think. It's a small dish that's used to serve condiments or nuts or whatever have
Yeah.
you. Yeah. What about a no-show?
A no-show is when you don't show up for your shift.
That's a no-call, no-show?
Yeah.
Oh, no-show. Can you do a no-show without a no-call? With a call? Can you call a no-show? No.
Kind of, but not really.
It goes together?
They should, but I mean, you can call and say say I'm running late or something, and then you just don't show up at all. So that's how it
Okay.
becomes a no-show.
So I was thinking more towards from the guests
Oh,
pulling a no-show.
Yes. You're
You
talking
don't
about for
show
the
up-
reservations, they
yeah,
don't
you
show at all.
up
Yes.
for your reservation. And that happened to me this
yeah,
weekend.
that happens all the time.
I had a call party, though.
that's why we don't take reservations. We have to deal with the no-shows.
That's true. Everybody show up.
Yep.
Off-premise.
Means you're not on premise.
Well, you have
in the
we
building.
do off-premise parties and things
Okay.
like that. So you have a function,
Like a banquet.
or it's at someone's house, or it's at a venue.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You take all the hot boxes and all the food and then everything that you require for service, and you do an off-premise.
Gotcha.
What about on the fly?
On the fly means most likely this would happen when you go over to
Let's not talk about what happened. Let's talk about
on the
what
fly.
it
You need
means.
something right away.
You need something right
You
away.
need something fired right away because
Yes.
you probably forgot about it.
No, well, there's any number of reasons why you want
Yeah.
something on the fly.
Or it got
right?
messed up initially.
It could have gotten messed up, or it wasn't ordered at all.
Right,
But
yeah.
they already have food going, and you know
You need it
let's
right
say the
now. You
manager-
need to cut the line.
Yes, you need to cut the line. Hey, and it doesn't have to be a whole dish. They
No.
can ask for a sauce that needs
Mashed
to be
potatoes on the
prepped or
fly.
whatever.
Or something fast too.
Something
It can-
fast.
as long as it needs to come out right away. That was the
On the
idea.
fly needs it like
Yeah.
you said. You need to jump the line. It takes priority.
Routine. Yes.
1 star. I've never used this one. It's a customer who hunts for negative things to say in a review.
Oh, they're just mean people.
Mean people?
Yeah.
1-star people, I suppose. And what about the open menu? Open menu count?
Oh, I don't know.
How many active tables are there at the
Oh,
moment?
okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah. You know, you're not counting the ones that are about to...
How many open menus you have? Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah. Operational efficiency.
Is that a term?
It's a managerial term. It's making sure that everything runs smoothly from the front of the house to the back of the house.
I mean, it's kind of self-explanatory to me.
Yeah. I mean, that's a lot of them.
Yeah.
The only one that isn't self-explanatory, like not the only one, but one of the ones we just did is on the fly.
Yeah.
You kind of have to be in the restaurant business, I'm
Understand that
assuming.
one.
I don't know many industries that
on the
use
fly, yeah.
on the fly. And a party.
A party is a group of people.
Yeah, group of people. Party of 4.
Yeah.
The POS.
The point of sale system.
Very good. QSR is an acronym for quick service restaurant.
Oh, okay.
What's a roll-up?
A roll-up is usually your silverware that's rolled up, and it's your silverware. What you eat with most of the time.
It's usually when the silverware is rolled into the napkin.
Yes.
That's as simple as it gets. Run.
To take something somewhere or run it to a table or...
Same as drop. You know, drop something to the table. And the runner is a person
who runs the food and all that other things.
Sharp. It's another call, like behind, sharp, hot.
Okay.
You let them know what danger you got coming.
Gotcha.
Hot behind, sharp behind.
Okay.
Shelf life.
Oh, the time for food, how long things last in your kitchen.
Side duties, same as side
Side work, yeah.
And did we do a whole show on side work?
We did.
Was it the title of the show? We were in Vegas, and we talked about side work.
I don't know, man. It might have been.
Remember?
I do know what you're talking about.
We talked about with Jay?
Mm-hmm.
If not, let's do a show on side work.
Okay.
But
we'll have to revisit and see, make sure. We'll revisit the show and make sure.
Okay. So what about side work?
Side work is your task for either throughout the shift, which is called running side work, or at the end of the shift, which you're supposed to do to get out the building.
Yeah. It's any task that's secondary to guest satisfaction in the restaurant. You're doing side work, whether it's cleaning, stocking, prepping, things like
above,
that.
yeah.
All of the above. SOS.
Sauce on the side.
Station.
Station is usually like where you work out of, where your soda is at, where your credit card machine is at. Somewhere where you can physically, not hide from the guests, but physically get work done almost.
No, that's your station is your section.
Oh, I was thinking about like a server station, like, you know.
That's a side station.
Okay, so
yeah,
your station is your station. Yes, where your tables, your real estate.
Your assigned set of
your real
station.
estate. Yes.
Still mooing.
Something still really rare.
Yes.
Yes.
Very rare.
Very rare.
Stiffed.
Means you did not get a tip.
You did not get a tip. Stretch it.
Take a little time.
You could. You know, or like in particular, if there's a sauce or soup or anything like that.
Oh, okay, so
low.
both ways. So yeah, it could either be take your time with a dish, or it could be like we're stretching out like some we don't have much. Let's stretch that thing out.
Yes.
Okay.
Now here's a callback from earlier. Split shift.
Oh, kind of like the mid.
Kind of like the double.
Kind of like the double. Oh, okay, yeah. Where you get a break in between.
Yes. That's the difference.
Okay.
I mean, you still work a double. It's double split shift got to be the same thing.
Yeah.
I mean, you and I are the ones that don't really like to take a
break.
You just work right through. But when a staff member works one or more separate shifts during the day. Split shift, double, I think it's the same thing. Starter.
Appetizer.
Straight up.
When it comes, we're talking about alcohol.
Let's talk about dinner. According to this, when a diner orders something exactly the way it comes, it's just straight up.
Okay.
We just call it reggae.
Okay, yeah. We do call it reggae, yeah.
Let's say styling, I've never heard. When a server is operating at maximum capacity and satisfying all the guest demands.
Okay, so that's just a well-oiled machine.
Yeah.
I like it.
They're styling.
I'll be styling.
Sub.
Huh? Subbing out something for something else.
Substituting, yeah. Swinging refers to food being plated. Never heard that one.
Table turn.
Table turn.
When you're turning your table.
You can read upside down?
Yeah.
Nice. Underwater, drowning, in the weeds. Same damn thing.
So wait, is that table turn?
No.
Oh, okay.
Table turn.
Oh, we already talked about. Okay.
Okay. Table turn. That's when you get a table.
And you flip it. Yeah.
Yeah. You flip a table. You get another turn at the table. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Guest leave.
We talk about it all the
get
time.
Up. Yeah.
So where were we at? Sorry.
I don't want to go through upsell. It's like
no, it's fine. We know what upsell is. So you said weeds. Wait, what was the last one?
Walk. Shorthand for cow, sheep in your walk-in cooler. I've never heard
that one either.
All right. Now we have. We're going to let you go on these last few. The walk-in.
The walk-in cooler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a cooler you literally can walk into.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a big ass fridge.
Big ass freezer. Big ass fridge or big ass freezer. Walk out. Same as dine and dash.
Yeah, same.
Same. Waxing a table.
No, I've never heard of that.
Refers to a VIP treatment of a table.
Oh, okay.
Kind of like, what's that one? Smoothing?
Sure.
What's it? What did we just go through? Flexing? What was it?
No, that's styling. I think it's different.
Styling.
I think styling's a little bit different.
I think styling is on one table. Waxing. The wheelman. Kitchen expediter.
So like the expo, same thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, you ever say on the wheel? I say on the wheel a lot.
I don't, but that's okay.
Well, when a check comes in or I'm talking to about something,
so it makes sense.
On the wheel.
Yeah. I mean, because back in the day, checks came on a wheel.
Yeah, and you just rotate it, and he'll take
okay, that
one.
makes sense.
Yeah,
little old school term.
Yeah,
but it makes a lot of sense.
And we have two more. They're both kitchen terms.
Okay.
Working.
Working means the food is actually down and it's cooking.
Yes. And the last one, window.
The window is what you're looking through. If you're the expo talking to the line cooks, you're looking through the window and you're running the window as a whole. That's how you see all the checks. Everything's kind of flowing. You can see what's going on. Or if you're outside, like let's say there's open kitchens and you can see into the window of what's going on the line.
Usually there's a divider or a pass between the expo side of the line and the kitchen side of the line. That's just the window.
Yeah, where you put the dishes up to pretty much.
Yes, and that's where you take your dishes up to and from and back and forth. That's the window. And that's our guide. If there's anything that we missed or got wrong, please let us know. We have comments or email themodernwaiter@gmail.com. Or at The Modern Waiter Podcast. You could follow me there on Instagram and TikTok. Let's do this.
For sure.
And speaking of doing this, we do this for you each and every week. I'm Marlon Joseph, The Modern Waiter.
I'm Danny Villain. Subscribe, people.
We will see you next week.
Later.
The kind of voice speaks with melodic flow as the beat goes.